Hey, grab a pen and paper real quick. I want to show you a quick three-step formula that's working really well. I'll wait a second so you can grab a pen. Imagine this scenario. What if you were suddenly recognized as the most sought after doctor in your town, where everyone in the community knew who you were and knew that you were the guy to go get healed? What if suddenly your community recognized all conditions you can treat? As you know, there's so many things you can do as a chiropractor that people don't know that you can do. So how do you get that so that they can realize that you treat just more than just the spine? What if you had raving patients that refer like crazy? Patients that were running around giving you other patients and sending them to your office where you didn't have to go and market like crazy? What if you had more patients than you could treat and your schedule was completely full and you had a waiting list? Sound like a stretch? I used to think so too. That's until I figured it out. Well, it wasn't without a lot of hard work and a lot of, banging my head against the wall, but I really did end up figuring out exactly how to do that. And in the past few years, I've helped other doctors sell millions of dollars of chiropractic care. I've also used this exact thing I'm about to show you to become the #1 results-driven chiropractic consultant in the market, helping doctors double their revenue and fill up their schedules. The thing that got me there is video testimonials. See, everybody knows that testimonials work, right? Well, that's only if you do them correctly. See, in order to do them right, you need to follow a formula. So here's the formula. The very first thing you have to do is it's all about the people. The very first step, you got to identify the people. It's not just how you ask, but who you ask. The way you figure out who you ask is figuring out the top 10 conditions that you want to heal. See, finding out the top 10 conditions will allow you to really hone in on what is your specialty, what are you really good at. Not that you can only heal 10 conditions, but what is the top 10 that you really want to be known for? Because most chiropractors claim they want to heal everything, right? The problem is when most people hear that you heal everything, they think jack of all trades, master of none, right? What I've discovered is that most chiropractors really like to treat certain conditions. And why not attract the patients that you like to treat and have a great success rate with? Once you get patients in the door, you can then expose them to all of the other things that you're able to treat as well. Because once they're there, they're going to complain about other things going on. And that's when you could tell them, hey, I actually helped this too as well. See, once you've identified the people, then it really comes about, well, how do you approach them? See, most doctors forget that asking for a testimony can actually be exciting for a patient. Why? Well, because if you're like most chiropractors I work with, then you really make life-altering changes in people's lives. And when somebody changes your lives for the greater, what do you usually want to do in return? That's right, help them. And I'm sure you've heard patients say to you, hey, you're a miracle worker. I can never repay you. I've tried other avenues. I've tried other doctors. The doctors in the MD community couldn't help me. They're giving me painkillers and muscle relaxers, but you helped me. Well, they can repay you. And that's by giving you a testimonial, right? See, when you find something that has changed your life and you want to shout it from the rooftops? Well, that's how your patients feel about you. See, the problem is that they can only reach a couple of people in their immediate lives. Think about it. You go tell your husband, your wife, you tell your friends, maybe a couple of them. But your reach really goes down pretty quickly because, especially nowadays where everyone's at home and working from home, or not everyone, but most people are, and the amount of people they can touch is not that many. But by asking them to do a video testimony, it gives them the platform to fulfill their desire to shout it from the rooftop. See, this now serves both of you. It serves your practice by allowing them to promote you, and it serves them by letting them repay you, right? And the best part is it builds a bond with the patient where they feel like have a connection to your practice. When you help somebody build something or help it make it better, you feel like you have a little bit of ownership in that, and you want your patients to feel that way. Why? Because that's creating a lifelong patient. Isn't that the goal? Keep people under wellness care? And then part 2 is the tech stuff, right? Well, this is where a lot of people get overwhelmed, but don't worry about it. See, when it comes to video testimonials, there's 2 things you must do right. First thing is just lighting. See, lighting is what separates bad video quality from good video quality. regardless of the camera. Well, unless you spend an absurd amount of money on the camera, right? You get a Red movie camera, which is like $60,000 or $80,000. Yeah, it's going to be kick ass. Or you drop $5,000 on a camera, you can probably get something that can light pretty well in dark spaces. But the reality is, why spend that type of money? Well, the second thing is sound. See, without good sound, people will turn off the video immediately. See, while in the past, people were used to bad video and bad sound quality, that has changed drastically. I actually remember seeing a video from a very famous chiropractor recently who teaches and trains a lot of things, and the video sound was horrible. And I actually ended up turning it off, even though I kind of wanted to know what was going on. See, people now are used to good quality of picture and sound. And I know what you're thinking. It's going to cost a fortune and be too complicated. That's just not true, because the reality is that nowadays you can do it for extremely cheap to almost nothing. And all I say is, feel your pocket or look on the table. See, nowadays, most smartphones have amazing picture and camera quality, and I'm just assuming it's on the table or in your pocket because everyone carries around with them. See, if lighted correctly, with the correct lapel, you can get a great picture and sound, right? I mean, think about it. You got good lights, got good camera, got a good sound, lapel hooked up. Boom. That fits the high-class brand you want to achieve, right? Nothing's worse than trying to do something and having a really bad product that actually hurts your brand versus helping it. That's why it's super easy to get this high-class brand you're looking for. It's also making it easy and affordable to gather testimonials, right? See, step 3 is the delivery method. See, to me, delivery is the most important part. You want to know why? Once you get the testimonial, you don't want to spend all that time and energy going around, getting the testimonial, asking patients, just to have nobody view it, right? Because that's the most common mistake I see. Doctors make this video, and then they display it just on their website. While I agree your website's a great place to put testimonials, come on, it should not be the only place, right? Well, the number one outcome of a video testimony is to get more new patients by building social proof, correct? Well, you must just use what I call the 10-mile rule. Well, what is the 10-mile rule? It is this. The 10-mile rule is that the overwhelming majority of your patients live within 10 miles of your practice. While it might not be exactly 10, it's right around that area, see? Thanks to the internet and social media, we can easily target them for the first time in history, especially thank you, Facebook. Think about it. I can actually target people within a geolocation, which is, a little circle around my office, wherever I just set it, and I can actually target the people only in that location. Mind-blowing. The huge revelation that's happening right now in the ad industry. See, you must post these videos on social media websites like Facebook. That's why I was ranting and raving about it. This allows your patient to reshare the video to their friends. Think about it. You give this amazing video testimonial. It looks good. It sounds great. And you want to shout it from the rooftop. All someone has to do nowadays is click a simple button called reshare to their friends. And bada bing, bada boom, 300 to 400 of their closest friends are seeing this. And a lot of their friends tend to be living in their community. So, and this allows you to put it on your Facebook business page. This allows you to have content now to put up onto your Facebook page that people like, that they get reminded of you and their friends get to see it. And you get to promote it to people within as little as 10-mile radius of your office. Again, this 10-mile radius is huge. See, this simple 3-step formula has helped me sell millions of dollars of chiropractic care and fill doctors' schedules to capacity. And now that you know what to do, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's called social proof marketing. I took everything that I've learned how to do in order to get the results for testimonials, to gather them, to ask the patients, do all the tech stuff, and really put it together so I can have you a simple approach to going to get testimonials. We all know that everyone says to do them. You know you should be doing them. You know that when the patient's like, oh my God, this is amazing. I've never had this type of success. My back, my shoulder, my neck, they feel amazing. You want to have that camera, you want to capture that, but you don't because you're a busy doctor. I understand it. Well, this is going to show you the exact patient languaging patterns that you need to use in order to go and approach the patient so that they feel comfortable and they're very eager and excited to give you the testimonial. These languaging patterns work like a charm. We're also going to give you the testimonial script. You know, when you see somebody giving a testimonial and they're either super nervous or they speak like a robot and they're trying to talk in a way that you know that they're reading the script? Yeah, we want to avoid that, right? Well, I'll show you the testimonial script that we use to exactly ask the questions that the patients will then naturally respond to, and how to film it in such a way that you get a natural response, because nothing is worse than having someone looking awkward, embarrassed, or sounding like a robot. I can fix that. I've done a ton of these. It's awesome. Then we're going to give you the equipment list. This is the exact equipment list that you need to get the equipment to film the testimonial. And on the cheap. You don't need to buy that much if you know the correct stuff to buy. You don't have to go through all the pain and suffering that I went through of buying tons of products, using them just to realize that they suck and don't get the job done, and overbuying stuff that I thought I needed that I never pulled out of the closet because I actually didn't need it. I'll give you the exact equipment list we're using. Then I'm going to show you how to streamline editing. Editing is something where we need to get the video then put together in a professional way and put up on a website or on your Facebook page. Well, there's two ways that I'll show you how to do this. One is how you can quickly and cheaply do it yourself. Or second, a third-party system that I've put together where you can go and have a professional editor put it together for a very, very, very cheap price. Then I'm going to show you the delivery methods. This is how did we get the traction so that it was getting in front of people's eyes in the community to build your community recognition, to build your social proof marketing, to build your ability to touch and reach the market. Because remember, marketing is just eyes. See, the medium of where the eyes are has changed, but marketing hasn't changed. ABC, CBS, NBC is now Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You know, these are the places that people need to go. I'll show you those delivery methods. And then we got the employee method. This one's my favorite. See, sorry, you get a little excited when I talk about this one. This is how do you streamline the testimonial process, where the only thing you have to do as the doctor is highlight who wants to give a testimonial by the patients talking to you in the room. Then you can have your front desk, you can have your massage therapist who are your office manager do the rest. They can set up the time, they can direct it, they can film it, they can do all of this stuff, so you don't even have to be a part of the process if you don't want to be once you've mastered it and your employee masters it. This is the outsourcing method where all you have to do is the number one thing that you should be doing in your chiropractic office: treating patients. Your front desk can't treat patients, your office manager can't treat patients, nobody can, but you can. And then lastly, this will help you build more community recognition. It will get you better referrals, and it will get you more new patients. And you can have all of this just for 2 payments of $97. See, when I started running a wellness center, the thing that consumed most of my time was marketing. See, I was doing community speeches, screenings, and events. While I was able to get more new patients, it was too time-consuming and tedious. I did not enjoy it. Owning a successful internet marketing company, it dawned on me to use those skills to get new patients. I went ahead and developed this one strategy that helped me bring in more new patients without having to leave the office. And the videos followed the same formula. And now I'm going to give it to you. But it gets better. It's the zero risk, you love it or return it guarantee. See, after going through the program, if you don't love it, return it. Just within 30 days. Think about it. Go through the program. Go get the results that you're looking for. If you don't love it, if you don't agree that it didn't help your practice bring in more people, just return it. I'll give you a full refund. No questions asked. No shenanigans. I'm not going to try to convince you. Okay, take it back. Get a refund. And why can I do this? Well, because people don't refund it because it actually works. See, the price is normally $397, but you can have it today for just 2 payments of $97. Claim your copy now and save over $200. With the discount and the love it or return it guarantee, you cannot lose. So click the button and get started today. I look forward to teaching you video testimonials in my social proof marketing. I'll see you inside the course.